Sorry, that's the only Christmassy thing about it, really, apart from the title, because I haven't got a Christmas hat or tinsel or anything like that. So yeah, it says pre-Christmas hangout because it's before Christmas, so it's getting near to Christmas, and I thought I want to do one. That and my wife has gone out on a what would you call it? A works do. She's self-employed, so it's a works do for self-employed people. So she went out with a group of other self-employed ladies, and so they went out for their Christmas meal. So that's nice. We managed to film a P&Q before she went, before I dropped her off. Mrs. Mini Warzone, she had a question, because we said we'd do that before Christmas as a kind of a Christmas special. So yeah, so we've done that. We've recorded this Monday's P&Q today, and she's answered her question, which was good. Very good question, very good answer. And my phone is just buzzed, and I will just check it just to make sure it's not life-threatening thing. Oh, it's just Google Plus telling me that this hangout is starting now. Nice. In the vein of the old, remember the Fast Show? Anybody remember the Fast Show? And they had Jazz Club, like they had a series of sketches called Jazz Club, and the guy would turn to the camera and go, "Nice, oh, great." Yeah, he would do that. Do you remember? Yeah, it's really funny. Anyway, so all I'm gonna do, I don't even know what I'm gonna do other than modeling. So if you want to model along with me, I've got some stuff to do on this guy here. I've done 4 others. They're going to be ultramarines. I've just done the Macragge blue on them, and that's what I'm going to be doing now. I haven't got a clue what I'm going to talk about as it comes, really. So apologies in advance if it's too boring or whatever. I didn't really have a theme for tonight, and I suppose I should have planned it more in advance, like I have done before, which works quite well. Oh, is that one there? Big brush. Don't want too much. So a little bit of that. A little bit of water. Water it down. Hopefully that's enough. If not, I'll get some more. I'm going to subject you to these because they're great for modelling in, and I'm getting old now, so I kind of need them to paint in. That said, yes, I kind of knew that was going to happen. Well, loads of brushes here. Just selecting which one. Well, that looks like a good one. I bought some new brushes recently, and I've got to say, they are pretty damn good. Aquafine Daler Rowney, does anybody know that? Those, they're absolutely brilliant brushes. Not like, best in the world or anything, but better than GW ones and the other stuff that you need just to basically paint with. So these are good. So what to talk about? Well, last night, we had, my wife and I, we had our Christmas gig at the local church hall, our duo, which is called Rorke's Drift, and we went down a storm. Again, that's the second time we've played there. Third time we've played. Second time, I think. Yes, because we started in the summer. That's the second time we played there, and they loved us. That's all I'm saying. They absolutely loved us. So we're going to be going back there again, I think. So yeah. Yeah, Q&A thing. I think it is the chat function. It's the only one I can find, mate. Tabletop banter asking, so is this Q&A thing essentially the chat function? I do believe it is. Yes, I do believe it is. There we are. So I'm just gonna paint this dude here. I better do this quick because it will dry out on me. I'm not using my wet palette because I don't have that many of them to paint really. So yeah, Rook's Drift. That's the name of our duo. As I was saying, yeah, we went down an absolute treat last night, which is always nice because it's a good environment to play in, and there's loads of food there. And it was basically they were doing a what do they call it? A bring and share supper event for the community, and that people, you bring a little bit of food, a couple of quiches or some sausage rolls or some buns you've baked or whatever, and yeah, there's like a massive buffet. Oh, yeah. Right, so once I get this guy, I just want to get this guy done, and I'll pop him down. I'm ready. I've got my tea ready, and essentially I'm on my own tonight because my daughter's having a kind of she's gone to a birthday sleepover thing, so I'm kind of left to my own devices here, and this is essentially my number one choice of activity. So I'll just get through this. I don't look at myself obviously when I'm painting. Apologies for any weird expressions or sticking out of tongues or whatever. I'll just keep glancing up and trying to act normal. Just me. But yeah, I've reached that age, I'm afraid. Gonna wear these glasses for modeling now because I can't see too good. Well, I started actually, which wasn't all that long ago. I didn't. I wasn't wearing these. I didn't need them. Then I found it was getting a bit difficult to paint too close to whatever model it was. I was doing Blood Angels. I remember at the time again. Cool, this is getting hard. Maybe I need to get my eyes checked again because they were okay. Had that laser eye surgery done many years ago, and that was all good. So so hopefully we'll get some stuff done tonight, or at least I will. Can't speak for you guys, but yeah. Oh, nah, it's drying up. Damn it! Didn't put enough paint out. Put some retarder in it, I suppose, but it really doesn't seem worth it for the. It's only this guy I'm doing in this paint. No, it's probably too thin. That's just typical. Oh, it's passable. It's behaving more like a P3 paint now. Ultramarines. I like them. I get a bit of stick, but I like them. I just like the blue. I know there's other legions that are blue. I like the name as well. Ultramarines. Sounds super cool. Well, they were the first Space Marine army I seriously got into. So, yeah, I just realised the other thing that's not helpful for the drying out of paint is the lights. It can get quite hot under these lights. I haven't got all of them on, but I remember doing a hangout once, and I was getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and I thought, this ain't good, you know? So, apologies for this. I just want to get this done. Nearly there, he says. Trying not to rush it. I don't know why I am rushing it, actually. I've got all evening. But, especially nice. It's nicely watered down. Don't think there's any danger of it drying out too soon now, which is good. So, yeah. So I had a good night last night, anyways. Yeah, finished at about 10:30, got back. And it was like, I suppose it was about 12:30, time I went to bed. Which isn't bad. And I go to bed quite late sometimes. Well, I go to bed early enough, but the time I lie down after watching videos, it's usually the early hours of the morning. So, but last night it was about 12:30 or so, I suppose. Maybe 1 o'clock. Hard to tell, isn't it? Because I was asleep. But I was too tired to watch YouTube last night, which is great actually, because normally I have such trouble sleeping. I would say maybe I should gig more often, but no, that's why I gave it up, because it's too hard work. So I only do the odd one here and there now. And the local church hall is a good cause and all that stuff. We raise money as well for, I think it was the Shekinah mission last night. So it's all good. Right, okay. I think we're about there. Which suits me. Suits you, sir. Oh. Just a little bit on his leg there. Or is it shadow? No, I think it is stuff I've missed. Right. Okay. All right. Great. Yay. Pop him down. Right. Turn my attention back to the screen now. Let's put that over there. Yeah. Pop him over there. Sort this brush out in a minute. So, yes. So I'm glad that it's done P&Q. So that was good. So that'll be uploaded. If I'm awake, it'll be uploaded midnight tomorrow. Got one of these cups which keeps my tea nice and hot. Oh, burning hot. Yeah. So that's good. Right. Oh, darn it. It's taking me. Where's it taking me? I don't know where that's gone. So I'm just farting about with stuff. Right. Yeah. All right. So we got here. Remco Begitas. Yeah, I got the evening for myself as well. And the best thing to do is hobby and paint. How is the night doing, mate? Well, He's not any further on from the last time actually, because I don't know. It's odd. It's because he's my favourite model. Or maybe I'll do a bit of work on him tonight. Who knows? Yeah. See, I model it. He's based on my dog that I had that passed away last year. Well, beginning of this year. I know it sounds strange, right? But my dog was called Taz. Yeah, he was great. I loved him. He was brilliant. He was awesome. He had a green collar, so I thought I'd do green iron. He was black primarily, so excuse me, not a very strong magnet, but I'll be sorting that out when it's finished. But yeah, he was black primarily, but obviously as he got older, he got more grey. So it's difficult to know where to go from here, really. And I love blacks and golds. And yeah, I'll do some more tonight. Get another step closer towards finishing him. Yeah, that's what it's all about. In fact, I'll do that now. Oh, and I've got a bit to glue on as well, but I'm leaving that till I've painted the area around him. Got him for a steal, actually. I'm wondering, do I need to airbrush? No, I'll do it by hand, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice having the evening to yourself. Goodness only knows what it's going to be like once my studio's done and I'll be gone from the house. So, I've got my knight here now. I've got like a land speeder with some scouts on it. I've got blood angels. I've got chaos angels. I've got ultramarines. Some raven wing. Kind of plethora of unfinished models, which, as you know, I've got to get these done. I'm determined to get them done before I move on to another unboxing and opening and putting together of new stuff. So, yeah. So, what are you working on tonight then? What's everybody else working on? That's what I want to know. If I'm going to be doing him, I'll look at the back of him, or shall I work on his lower section first? That might be best, actually. I'll pop you over there, matey boy. I think funny noise. Right. Because this is an area with no detail on, I'm not going to bother filling that down. Straight from the pot. Oh yeah. I've got to look at eBay tonight as well, because I've got a couple of bids on something. What was that on again? Oh, I am bidding on another GW workstation because I really like them. They're really compact and that. And this one's all a bit manky now. And I'm hoping to get a new one to display models when I'm talking about them rather than paint. Because when I'm kind of showing a model, it's got the background of the cutting mat with all the paint on it. I don't know, it doesn't look so good. Could look better is what I'm thinking. So yeah, so let's get this stuff done, guys. Get these models painted. Right. Yeah, I didn't expect to be working on my night, but since you mentioned it, yeah, let's do this thing. Wasn't happy with the blue behind this banner, so making it a darker one. I don't know what blue it was, but it's McCrag blue now. There. That looks better. I think I'll make it Macraggy blue on the front as well. Right, so what are you working on? Let's have a look here. Working on the Forge World. Excuse me, nice captain of the Imperial Fists model. All right, okay. Haha. Jamjar 34's joined us. All right, buddy. Just filmed P and Q for Monday. This is Mini Warzone. She answered your question. Yes, she did. I gotta be honest though, she didn't expect to get any questions, so cheers for that. That'll learn her, as they say. She didn't mind at all. So yeah, I think she quite enjoyed it actually. But like I say, she's off out to at her work do, or the a group of her friends that are self-employed. She's self-employed as well, and because they always say self-employed people, they don't seem to get a work to do like if you work for a company. So they decided to just get together and themselves and all go out together for their Christmas night out. That's what they're doing this evening. It doesn't finish at the restaurant doesn't close until 12, and then I don't know what they're doing, so it could be a late night for me. Then I'm kind of used to that. I don't sleep well anyway. I absolutely love watching all the videos you guys put out. I do most of my watching at night time actually, when I can't sleep. So I love it. I'm like quite disappointed when there's no videos by anyone. I'm like, oh no. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. If I can get some stuff done on this guy, I'll be well happy. Right, I know exactly what. I know what I'm going to be doing for the bottom part of that banner. I'm thinking grey. Yeah, it's good to hang out. I love it. Because I can hobby and socialise at the same time. It's absolutely brilliant. I think I'm turning agoraphobic, which I don't care about, to be honest. I mean, I've never really been what they call, or my sister-in-law calls a socialite. She's always out, seeing people partying, whatever. I'm not into all that. I'm too old for all that now. Can't be doing it. Right. I'm thinking Mechanica Standard Grey for the tassely bits. Might water this one down because there's a little bit of detail on there. Right. Pop that lid open. I used a load of this Mechanica Standard Grey about a year and a half, 2 years ago, when I first got a load of terrain, like laser cut terrain, and it was for what was it like? I was trying to do like the interior of a spaceship, like a sort of Space Hulk type of thing, but kind of a Zone Mortalis kind of thing, I suppose. That was before I'd even heard of Zone Mortalis. I'll just get some of this grey out. Yeah, before I'd even heard of Zone Mortalis, but then you see the price of that board, and you think, nah, I ain't paying that. I'll make my own. I didn't realise about the Zone Mortalis board, and I was just looking for the interior, trying to recreate the interior of a spaceship. So I got this laser cut terrain, like sci-fi, like doors and walls and things like that. So I could do that. Now, what was it that made me want to do that? I think it was one of the first mini wargaming narrative campaigns where they were basing it on a spaceship. Not basing the whole campaign on a spaceship, it was like a battle report where it's done up like the interior of a spaceship. Might have even been the Fate of Fayoum, the first one. And that was before they had Zone Mortalis. But yeah, now you can get all sorts of good, can't you? You can get gaming mats and everything. Right, so it's time I read through some of these. Okay, Remco Bugiaz. Are you still reading the Horus Heresy? Yeah, put my teeth back in. Are you still reading the Horus Heresy novels? Yes, I am. I'm on Battle for the Abyss at the moment. I'm about a quarter of the way through it. I love it. What a great series of books that is. I love the whole Horus Heresy thing. Maybe next year I'll look at that Betrayal of Calf set, maybe, if funds allow. If not, I'll just make my own 30k army anyway, and just try and cobble a small army together, bits and pieces. But I love the stories. I particularly liked Flight of the Eisenstein? I like that one. I like Galaxy in Flames as well, another good one. And Descent of Angels, the one about the Dark Angels or their origin. And the discovery of Lionel Johnson and all that. That was brilliant. And Luther and all that. It was great. I mean, you know what happened to them. It's a bit like watching what's it called? Revenge of the Jedi, Star Wars, where you know Anakin's going to turn to the dark side. You're just waiting to see when and how it happens exactly, and you get all the clues earlier on in the previous films, don't you? So yeah, it's a bit like that. Oh, that's pretty cool. Chuffed with that. Yeah, but I love the Horus Heresy stuff. Hey, just making sure I've not tabletop banter. Is that you, or is that Crew Angelus Silicus? Aha. This is weird the way the questions are ordered. I'm looking down at the bottom and it's actually at the top. Jam Down 34. Awesome. Best wishes to you both. Doing Space Wolves. Cool. Getting stuff done. That's the main thing, isn't it? Crew Orange the Silicus. Evening, sir. Hope you're well. I'm very well, thank you. This is cool. I like it. Hanging out and getting work done as well. So do I need to select these? Done. Yep. This is a weird. I'm just so not used to this whole Google Plus malarkey. I'm working on an Imperial Knight at the moment, or bottom part of him, his legs. Okay, if I select these and then click on done. And talking of Forge World, Remco Bugiaz, and forgive me if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I'm not great with that sort of thing. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Forgive me if I pronounce your name wrong. Any of you, actually. So. Right. But yeah, talking of Forge World, I haven't got any Forge World stuff. I'm almost scared to get any. I mean, because it's not cheap, is it? So, and I've never been great with like working with like that kind of resiny stuff. It's not like plastic, is it? Like the GWs, you've got to use super glue, isn't it, for modeling them? And I like plastic and plastic glue because it gives me that like wiggle time that I can get the arm right, or get him holding the gun, or try out different positions, that kind of thing, which is good. It's time to do a dry brush of something here. Pop that away first. Now somewhere. Oh, how do you find? I'm gonna have to organise my paints sometime. No, I'm looking for Necron Compound. No, I wouldn't be there, would it? No, where I want to just go for them one at a time. God damn. That's one thing I'm gonna determine to do when I get into that studio is organize my paints into some kind of system where I can find things easily, as opposed to I mean, I've got all my shade washes together, so that's some kind of starting a limited form of organization. But I'm really not organized, and I know that. Necron Compound, he's got it. So I should have all my base paints together, all my dry paints together, all my layer paints together, all the edge ones together, all the washes together. But no, I've got things like the colors I like for like Blood Angels, all the ones I use, and then all the ones I use for Ultramarines, all the ones I would use for Imperial Fists or Yellows. But I was using it for my monks on Ronin. You might have seen that one ages ago. So yeah, one thing I'm definitely going to do is reorganize my paints, right? And brushes. That's another thing I need to organize. Now I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Medium dry brush. Oh, it'll do. Do the large one really, but needs must, eh? Needs must. So yeah. Oh. So yeah, as I was saying, you guys, your videos, please keep them coming. Everything you're doing, exactly how you're doing them, because I love it. Can't get enough of it. Really, really is helpful for me. Not only that, it's not just helpful because I can't sleep at night and I like watching it. That's not the only reason. Obviously, I watch them during the day as well when I can, when I've got the time. But it motivates me as well. It gives me the inspiration. I look at some of your work you guys do. I think, oh, I want to do that, and I'll just because some of the stuff you put out there, like some of the models you got on the paint jobs, I think I want to try something like that. That looks, that's where I want to be, and it just motivates me to want to do better. Necron Compound. I quite like Necron Compound. Nice, easy highlight because it's metallic, I suppose. Yeah. So we're all getting stuff done. It's quite hard when you got nothing to work to or listen to, even if it is just some silly old git rambling on. It's better than silence. See, I love one of my favorite types of videos on YouTube is paint along videos, or videos I can put on as I'm painting. And if the other person is painting as well, I think that's a bonus because I don't know, it almost feels like they're sharing the chore. Yeah. And before you know it, an hour's gone by, bang. And you look at what you do, you think, wow, hours worth of painting done there. Nice. And I think, great, that's another stage I won't have to do again. Unless I get more of those models. I think actually a larger dry brush would have been better, but started to finish. Everybody all done for Christmas then? I think I am. Like I say, last night with the gig at the church, all that kind of the realization that we have got everything sorted, and well, at least I think we have anyway. We are ready. I can't believe it's here again, Christmas. What is that all about? You know, the time factor. Do we enter some sort of alternative reality where time has no meaning? That you blink, and it's like Narnia, isn't it? You have Christmas, and all of a sudden it's here again. I mean, I don't get it. When I was a kid, a year was like forever. It would take forever to come around. Christmas would never come around. I just couldn't wait, you know. Now it's like, I don't know. I suppose it's because we don't have much of a summer to be worth speaking about, really. I remember summers when it used to have heat waves and hosepipe bans and all that kind of stuff. Now you get 2 days of nice weather. People complain that it's too hot. Then it starts getting back to normal again. And then the light goes and then it starts raining. At least that's just my view of it. Mr. Optimistic. That's how it seems to me. I don't know. It just seems that way. Right. A nice bit of dry brush in there. I know you can't see what I'm doing here, and it's not really a show case video. It's just to let you know what I'm doing. Right? Okay. Not yet, mate. Got stuff to do. What did I say? Can't remember what I said to you now. Sorry, that's me. That's probably my MS kicking in. I'm rubbish when it comes to remembering things. I should make more of an effort. Oh, you mean getting ready for Christmas? Is that it? Are you all ready for Christmas? I don't know. I'm always like this, so I'm all over the place. My head. Don't worry about it. Right, am I happy with that? Do I want a bit of Mechanicus Standard Grey in there? That's a tough one. Christmas, yeah. Ah, good. I was right. Excellent. Sorry about that. I'm just going mental here. I can have a conversation with someone, and 2 minutes later, they'll refer to this said conversation and something I've said, been talking about, and I've forgotten all about it, every word. I'm like, I have no memory of that. So I've kind of I've got to write things down on a daily basis, what I'm doing and what I need to do or what I've done. And I go and find it and I think, I've already done that, or I need to do that. And because yeah, you know, anything from like I've got a physio appointment I need to go to. If it's not written down, it's no good saying you got a physio appointment today or tomorrow. I won't remember. That's just me. I'm crazy. Right, let's pop this back on my dry brush for a while. That's a nice dry brush, that, from Citadel. One of the old brushes. I quite like them. I've still got some of the old brushes kicking around, and I quite like them. True, some of them are starting to see. I've seen better days now, but I'm turning them into other stuff like mixing brushes and dry brushes and terrain brushes, that kind of thing. Yeah. Alrighty. Right, so I want to get his legs to a more aesthetically pleasing standard. Now I'm thinking, he's like a gigantic dreadnought, isn't he? That's essentially what he is. He's like a massive dreadnought. Sometimes I sit in this area here and I just stare at my models, thinking, right, what am I going to paint? What color scheme? What am I going to use next? I wait for the model to talk to me, not literally, obviously, but to say, right. So it's mostly like lead belcher and stuff like that, or gunmetal, dawnstone. Dawnbreaker, sorry. Lead belcher, stuff it. We're gonna go with lead belcher. Make a decision, man. Not like they're going to be looking at the backs of his legs for that long, is it, really? Let's get some of this paint off that's congealed around the lid. Ooh. Yeah. Hate that. Yeah, I know. Take better care of the paints. Take care of your paints and I'll take care of you. Right, okay. Where's my distilled water? I don't like using that, really. I prefer to use one of the mediums, really, to mix lead belcher, but whatever. Now, if I don't take too long, I'll get away with this. Right, okay. On it goes. Crappy old brush. But that's all you need. Sometimes the lacquer brushes are better, I think, for doing this sort of thing. So you're not worried about what happens to the brush. As on a nice brush, you're more concerned about the condition of the brush. I don't care about getting paint on up to the ferrule on this thing, because I mean, I don't care. It's a cheap brush. Yeah. So what was I saying? I was blabbering on about something. Yeah. Go to a comment instead. Remco Regiers. Warhammer TV had a great tutorial about the metallic parts of the knight. Ah, right. Okay. Thanks, bud. That's quite helpful actually, because I'll look at that tonight. Actually, yeah, that's cool. I'll watch that. Well, I say tonight. It'll probably be more than like this morning, early hours. But yeah. Cheers, bud. I will look that up. To be truthful, I don't look at them as often as I should do. Really, Warhammer TV. And they got some great tutorials on there. I tend to forget about them for some reason. Because of all you guys, it's your fault. You guys got such awesome content out there now. You know, I'm spoiled for choice. I really am. I mean, you look at a model, it's got a lot of metallic areas on it, and you just think, I just can't paint all of it metal, surely. But I do find on some of the stuff I've done where that's been the case, you just go, like the killer cans, I decided in the end to go, what the heck? They're all metallic, and that's that. And then I put just a few, iconic colors on them, and they turned out all right. I thought they were really good. And I thought they look okay. I ain't got a problem with them. Not at all. So this might be the same case with this, but I'm going to look at that tutorial. Still paint this bit up though, and see what they suggest. I think it's that, what's he called, Duncan guy that does their painting tutorials. He does a lot of them, doesn't he? He's a really good painter. Actually, I watched him. I saw him on I bought the book when I first started the hobby, How to Paint Citadel Miniatures, because he's in that demonstrating how to paint and all that malarkey, and he's really good. He's instrumental in getting me into the painting side of this hobby. I don't know. He's got a knack of making things just look a lot easier. And what I found was, as long as you've got the patience, I think is the key. If you're patient, things can be a lot easier. If you're impatient, generalistically as a person on the whole, everything is a lot harder. Oh, that's annoying. Gone over something. I'm trying to tidy that up now. But that's all right. So these sessions are for. Get them out of the way. See, I'm tired of having models like this sat on my side, which I really, really want to paint. But I just, I do the easier stuff, the smaller stuff, like Space Marines and things. Right, okay, I'll just get this bit done here. Then I'll look at my screen again. I recently acquired, talking about screens, I recently acquired it was a TV that we had in our loft, but it was a new TV, a flat screen TV, a small one. And I got it in here. And we don't have TV like a TV package, but I'm using it as a screen for my camera, so I can do tutorials and that easy. Because what I found was, I can't see yourself if you're on the camera. I kept going out of shot of the camera, and the camera's got like an HDMI out thing, and the TV's got like an HDMI in, and plugged it in. Away you go. There it was on screen. I'm like, yes, nice one. Yeah, that's cool. Happy with that. To the bottoms of his feet now. See, the sooner I can get him painted, the sooner he'll be able to be played with. I'm hoping next year is going to be the year of the battle reports for me. That's super exciting for me because there's so many ways of filming a battle report, and I want to try them all out and come up with new ways. That's going to be good. It's going to be an evolving process, and then I can decide, looking at the analytics on YouTube, which method is most popular. You know, like the kind of static one, and I'm talking 40k at the moment. So the static ones where it's done turn by turn and you just explain what happened, or ones where you which is kind of, you see a little bit of like dice rolling or whatever. I think you need to see the dice rolls because that makes it more exciting. All the ones where you see everything, you move in and dice rolls. Obviously, that'll take longer. It'll be a longer file or longer files to upload. We don't really time you edit it all together. I'll look at the screen. Someone is saying something. Aha. Right, Remco Bujers. Mix it up with some other metallics like Balthazar Gold, Screaming Bell, such after washing the whole model with Null and Anchor F shade. It'll give it more parts that stand out and break your metallics up. Excellent. Okay. Right, we'll do that. Well, I'll just use the lead belt as kind of a base, as it were, because the white, all the white on it is, it's literally white primer. So, and then I'll go. I've got all those Balthazar Gold, Screaming Bell. I used quite a lot of Screaming Bell on my orcs, which was good because I didn't want to go gold with orcs because wouldn't look right. My mixing brush, I'm ending up painting with it. Jamjar34 says, "Are you taking part in IDIC's New Year challenge? Possibly. The what? Yeah, I probably will. And the one I'm most keen to do next year that he does is the terrain challenge, because terrain is definitely my weakest area, and that's something I really want to have a go at. And if nothing else, it'll get me some more terrain done. I'm very much a I'll have a go type of person. Yeah, the answer is yes. I will be taking part in his whatever challenges he puts up. We'll have a go anyway. I'll give it my best shot, because that's all you can do at the end of the day, is give it your best crack, innit? And they're quite good, I suppose, aren't they? Because you see what other people are doing, think, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Didn't think of that. I'm going to use that. Cheers, bud. It's all about sharing, isn't it? End of the day. Yes. Oh, that's good. This is this one. I'm using my mixing brush, and I ended up painting with it. Didn't think that would happen. Right. Okay. Well, that's looking a lot better already. There. You still don't have to look at that unpainted now. Nothing worse. Yeah, excellent. Okay. So that can dry. I'll just leave that there for now. Oh, brilliant. Well, I might need more of that. Well, it's absolutely disgusting, that pot of paint leaking everywhere. Hate that. They're weird, these things. They don't clear out all the crap from inside the lid, and they still don't shut properly half the time. Mind you, that is a lot of gunk. Ooh. Can't get my hands too dirty. I got to do the pad on the mouse pad there, or the move the cursor. Yeah. Ah, bits of paint everywhere. Oh, this is my bin lid. You can hear. Set properly now. Hopefully, you will stop leaking everywhere. Oh, I got paint all over me. So I'll wait for it to dry on my skin now. There. At least acrylic paint comes off easy, eh? Oh, got a spare little finger. Yeah, Ramco visuals. That's what I want to do too. More of. That's what I too want to do more of. Terrain is something I really haven't done yet. What is your favorite terrain piece at the moment? Not counting about you preempted me. My favorite terrain piece that I've done at the moment, if I can reach it, which is obviously I haven't finished it yet. I'll take these bits and bobs off it, with glue stick and that. This is what I'm working on. Sorry, this isn't the right camera really to be showing off stuff, but this is what I'm working on. A long way to go. So starting with the base, it's just a table mat, an old table mat where it got a bit scabby on top, so we bought a new set for our dinner plates. That this here, which is a Pringles tube. This is a carton of chocolate milk, I think. Yeah, some straws for the pipes. This here is kebab skewers, cut up and painted. Baked bean tin and an inhaler top. You know, there. I don't know if you can see it that well, but it's got kind of vents on the top there, and that's gonna be looking cool. I'm kind of trying to do some like, don't know what it is, toxic waste, sewage, whatever coming out of there. And obviously I'm going to put some more bits and bobs on around here and I've got the Vallejo basing, almost like it's like texture paint, almost. It just sort of like a cross between plaster and paint. You get them different colors, and then I just dry brushed over the top of that. So yeah, that's my favorite piece at the moment. And I've got other bits as well. Oh, excuse me. Reaching over here trying to get stuff. I was like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a box to put all my stuff in. This is like some puddings, tablets that I can start making terrain with. My first attempt at any terrain ever was this. Bit of cardboard and a couple of trees. Yeah, done. This is going to be some sort of, I don't know, building. Got a fan on top. It's actually an old PC cooling fan. I'll just text it. It's just a box, basically. Oh, that's another tin waiting to be used. This was a cardboard. So I've got some foam board, which I want to cut out and start doing the ruined corners of building. This is one my wife actually put together, made for me, using like cocktail sticks in there and that. And she I mean, as much as she says she's not, you know, not as into it as much as I am, I wonder sometimes. I wonder. Let me pop all this back. God, stuff everywhere. Yeah, it's another thing for the studio is to have a separate box for bits of household stuff that could end up as terrain. I'm on a whole terrain debate there now. Move over. Yeah. So Jam Jar 34. Got a watchtower to finish, plus a forest. Yeah, I feel your pain. I've still got a what's it called? What's the name? I can't remember. Some terrain piece GW thing that I haven't even opened yet. I still haven't finished painting the other one I did, the Sanctum Imperialis, the one with the balcony. It's nearly there, but yeah. Well, I'm just having a rest a minute. My back's aching a bit here now, so I'm trying to straighten it out after I lean forward. So yeah, terrain. Next year is going to be a lot of terrain experimentations. The amount of terrain stuff I've experimented with and ended up having to throw away because it turned out bad. It's a bit like when you're at school, you try and do pottery with some clay. You watch the teacher show you, or you go visit some pottery making place where they just whack a lump of clay on, they start doing the wheel, get the water up, and they're just doing all this, and yeah, it looks super easy. You have a go, and you start off with a lump of clay, you end up with a wet lump of clay. At least that's my experience. You know, yeah, that's great. What is it? It's a doorstop. Just what I wanted it to be. I find that in art, in the artistic stuff, if anything you're making doesn't turn out how it's supposed to, it ends up being a paperweight. Paperweight is something which is supposed to be something else. Of all the colours to get on me, Null Oil is probably one of the worst. Not Null Oil, Lead Belcher. What am I talking about? Lead Belcher is probably the worst, or any metallic. Urgh. That said, acrylic paint is probably the best to get on your hands. Don't mind it as much. Right. Okay, let's just do this and not moan about it. Right. So I can get in there. Well, I might leave that primed white actually and just do a yeah. Put a wash on there. So I'm speaking out loud. Don't worry about it. It happens all the time. Right. Got all the tools here. Look, tweezers. Half-inched from one of my wife's kits. Yeah. Balthazar Gold. I think it's Balthazar Gold time. Balthazar Gold. I've got an open one here somewhere. Oh yeah. Another pet hate of mine is so I've got Balthazar Gold, brand new, not open, and Balthazar Gold, which is, you know, coming to the end of its well, not much left in it. I hate it when these paints, because you can't mix them so well, because there's hardly any paint in there, even if you've got a ball bearing. You got to go reach right there, right to the bottom of the pot to get any paint out. And I've been thinning it down with airbrush thinner, so I can literally paint that straight from the pot now. I would have thought. I'll put another couple of drops in. Five for good measure. Okay. Making cocktails. Right. Yeah, nice and thin. You can see it already. Like on there. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Get the front bit. Talking out loud again. Right, so I'm going to paint that bit. Okay. Glasses on. I can't see what I'm doing. Right. This is great, getting this done. Brilliant, in fact. So after today, I'll have had a load more done on my Imperial Knight, which is brilliant. I want to get to the stage where I can glue him all together properly, because I don't like having him in two halves at the moment. Well, I can get his pose, and then he's going to be static. I didn't bother magnetizing the weapons on this guy, because I'm going to get another one anyway. You can't just have one. I'll use the other options on there. The other one, I just want, you know, one of each of these type. I suppose I would like one of the Forge World ones at some stage. But I'm loving seeing that they're bringing out all the Primarchs. You know, so I think 30k will be a lot more popular once Betrayal of Calf or Betrayal at Calf, whatever it's called, has been out a while. I think 30k will be a lot more popular then. And I think that's a wise and clever move on the part of Games Workshop to do that. I think that's very clever. Because you're branching, it means they're branching out. They've expanded. When it takes Space Marines, they've expanded their customer potential by doing that on something that's already been written about, the Horus Heresy. Oh yeah, okay, they got to do. They can do campaign books and all that kind of stuff, but they haven't got to create any new fluff for it. It's already there. That's pretty clever. I mean, fair play. They kind of established it to begin with, but nothing was really happening with it up until now. I mean, yeah, people were playing it, but you know, it's great putting this on. Love it. I'll look at this night now, from now until whenever. I'll be thinking, yeah, it was that hangout which got that chunk of work done. It's good because I wasn't sure what to do starting this hangout. And when you mentioned how's the night coming, I thought, yeah, let's do that instead. I was going to be working on Space Marines, but nope. Funny how things work out. Although this pot of Balthazar Gold's coming to the end, it seems to be lasting forever. This last bit. It's pretty thin now. That's okay. It needs to be. Sorry if I go silent sometimes when I'm concentrating or trying to concentrate. It's either that or go. I tried explaining to my mum back along about Google Hangouts and what happens. She's like 84. She kind of nods in the right places and right, okay, yeah, it sounds good. But she doesn't really understand it. You doing your program? I'll just say yeah, because it's easier than trying to say no. It's just a Google Hangout though. It's just easier. Do I want that gold or not? No, I don't want that bit gold. Just that bit gold. Yeah, that's cool. There's a lovely range of gold, isn't there, in the Games Workshop paint series now? Right, okay. Actually, we'll do that bit gold. Balthazar gold, anyway. Oh, so I can go over that. Sorry, I'm just muttering, like, babbling on like a madman here. I'm just looking at an area I can paint, and I can paint over the other bit of white because I know I'll be going over that with a different colour later. So I can lay this colour down. Awesome. Right. There we go. Yeah. Oh, January 34. War Games had its grand opening today. Oh wow! I was going to mention that later on, actually. With War Games and I mean those videos that Martin put up were of his store and all. I looked at it and I thought, wow, that's such a lot of work to be done. I think he's doing it though. You know, he's getting it done. And that's, you know, my hat is off. I salute. So he had his grand opening. I would love to have gone up there, but just wasn't possible. You know, I couldn't get away. It was things that had already been planned for ages and ages and ages. My missus, I mean, true, she would have so happily said, "Oh, sorry, I'll get a taxi." No, but I don't expect my daughter to get a taxi at her age yet for a sleepover, and that was already also planned ages ago. But I would have loved to have gone. I tracked it down and got there. That would have been awesome. But I will go. I intend to go there at some point, show my ugly face and say, "Hey, Martin, how's it going?" I did a hangout with Martin and oh, I can't remember who the other one was now. Was it Hyperion, I think? Ages ago now. It seems like ages since I've spoken to him. But yeah, I love, you know, that he's got that there now, and I wish him all the best. I really do. I hope it works out for him, because if anyone deserves to have that kind of endeavor be successful for them after, well, it's him. After all the work he's put in, and you know, he really deserves it, and I really hope it does well. I'll have to chuck some money up there for something or other at some point. I supported his Kickstarter, so I believe I get a 10% discount on my first order. I think that's what the deal was. I have to ask him. I'm not bothered either. Just happy he's got it done. When he first said about it, it seemed like an age ago now. Started doing it, and I thought, oh yeah, that sounds like a good dream. If you can do it and put it off, that'd be fantastic. But I never realised the scope of what he was doing. I thought it'd be like a very small shop. Oh, because I'm not smoking. I've got too much paint on it. Yeah, I thought it'd be a small shop, kind of along the same lines as my local GW, which is a small shop. But no, upstairs and gaming tables and, you know, a whole different area. That zombie video was well funny. Great. It really was. But no, he's working hard. That's the key to it. I work hard. I know it's not the same, but getting my studio done for my channel. I'm going to work my butt off to get my channel elevate to another level. I just want it the best thing to do. I love doing it, and you know, like I say, having a studio built would enable me to move out here and move tough that place up. I don't know half of what I've got So much stuff I can find already. Yeah. Time to send us the idea. Oh no. Back. Turn it on with the audio. Let's check my sound. Right, okay. Is that any better? Too loud now? Turn it down a bit. How was that? How did that happen? Okay. Is that any better? I know sometimes on these hangouts, your bandwidth alters your quality and stuff. But from where I'm looking, quality doesn't look too bad. I suppose. No, it's going weird. Voice is double and static all around. Oh. Try unplugging my mic. Okay. Play test sound. Voice. Okay. Working on it. Trying to work on it. Sort of. Right. I'm working on it. Trying to look at the settings here. Control room. That might be microphone. Mute microphone. Didn't. Nope. Don't want that. Turn camera off. No. Oh, you can hear me again. Oh, good. Martin, he went through this with me. Basically, kind of did a tutorial, like a quick tutorial on how to work the controls on the settings, and I had a problem with the bandwidth when we were talking. I don't know if it's the area or what. I've got good internet here, which is good. That's why I'm trying to be gross, trying to wipe the paint off. Oh, I don't know. There's always something goes wrong in these things, isn't it? That's kind of one off-putting thing about doing these. But the only way to learn, I suppose, is to keep doing it. Some people do it all the time, and they're just like really cool. They go, "Oh, you got a problem with your sound or your camera, or whatever," and they just going, "Oh yeah," and it's all done, you know. And I think, God, they know what they're doing. And I look at tutorials on Google Plus, and it's never the same version of whatever you got. It's always different. It's like an old version of Google Plus or something. Yeah, well, that was weird. Yeah, I did a Google Hangout. I think it was my first Hangout and hobby video I ever did. And about halfway through the video, went all crazy, really echoey. It went like blah, 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 all over the place for no reason at all. That was me hearing them, but they could hear me okay. That's how weird it is, you know. I'm trying to work out what end it's at. Right. This is great. He's looking way better than when I first started. Thank you for suggesting. Well, putting the idea in my head. Thank you so much. Okay, what's a good highlight for Balthazar Gold? I've got Genna's Gold. I've got the Retributor Armor and Liberator Gold, although Liberator Gold doesn't look that gold to me. It looks more brown. I haven't actually used that one yet. Liberator Gold. Yeah, I think Genna's Gold might be a better one. Genna's Gold's a little bit brighter as well. Yeah. That should be a good highlight for Balthazar Gold. Genna's Gold. I'm going to obviously not do the gold I just painted. I've got other areas of gold on here. Maybe going around. Although, saying that, Retributor Gold might be good for the bottoms of his shoulder pad armor thing. I loved that narrative campaign mini war game we put out ages ago, where they had Imperial Knights, and there was a bit. It was an orc one. I can't remember what it's called. Storms of Ixia, was it? I just can't remember. Got them written down somewhere so that I can remember them, but obviously not to hand. Okay, right. There's no detail on the bits I want to paint, so I'll only fit it 1-to-1. Right. The main and medium. Yeah, but they basically had orcs, or no, they had sort of like a deathmatch arena thing with an Imperial Knight. I don't think the guy was in it. I think it might have been an orc driving it. Oh, I can't remember now. But it's basically essentially it was an Imperial Knight versus whatever they threw at it. Different rounds, and obviously it would get more damaged as the time went on. And it was like round 1, it was okay. It was kicking ass, and round 2, it's like a little bit more damage, and then round 3, oh, what a great idea that is! Really cool. Yeah, well, I like that. One of my Art Master ergonomic brushes. I like these because of the like triangular shape on the handle. Like a small thing, but it makes quite a difference, especially if you're painting like batch painting stuff. Right. Okay, glasses on. Here we go. This will turn into the best hangout I've done because I've got so much work done. Yeah, and I will highlight the other stuff with Genna's Gold, I think, because this one, Retributor Armor. Yes, it's lighter, but it's quite subtle. But that's what I want for these shoulder pad thingies. Like again, it's gold on the very corner, on the very edge, the straight edge. This is kind of the flat edge, you know what I mean. So exciting stuff. Monday, I've got electrician coming around who's sorting out all the electrics and lights for the studio. So that's super cool. And I've got my brother-in-law coming around to measure up for materials for the floating floor, because he's a carpenter and he does all that sort of stuff. And once that's done, carpet in, then I can start moving in. I suppose, you know, I can move in before he puts in things like worktops and cupboards and all that sort of stuff. I actually feel like I'm getting somewhere then, you know. I have my own little grand opening of a little private party or something. That'd be good. Just for a laugh, you know. A few people around. Oh no, touched in that. A few people around, play some games. I'm going to use it to have friends around and play like games as well, like board games and stuff. Obviously, primarily it will be a wargaming studio and area. I mentioned it on my P&Q, but I did actually receive the, you know, I mentioned back along a company got in touch with me about you know, me buying their plastic models, like this company in China. And I said, well, how about some samples then? So they sent me some stuff. It's not wargaming quality, but it's more along the lines of be all right for like a model railway or diorama or something that you would see at a distance anyway. But yeah, they did send me their models, a couple of business cards. Gandhi Lee, he was called, sales manager. That's the company. They sent me some models, and I don't know. I might do a video. I've decided I want to do that kind of thing, review stuff. If companies want to send me any of their gear, like, you know, but rather than you can say, well, I want to do an honest review. I don't want to do. I just don't want to say it's good just so you send me more stuff. But what I'll do is, because I don't want to diss anybody on a video, because that's just not fair. That's not nice. But if I didn't like something, I just won't do a video on it. So I will only do videos on stuff I think is good, or even if it's not good for, you know, what I want, I can see the potential of what it would be good for, and I can sort of say that. Right? I mean, the company is. They kind of sent me a model, probably from each division that they deal with. One I would say is more like a toy-related division for younger people. They sent me a tank which sort of lights up and does explosions and sound effects and all that. But the tank itself, from a distance, looks like it could be suitable for bolt action. Jam Jar 34. Awesome. Coming along nicely, your studio. Yes, it is. Got to do these hangouts. Yeah. Yes, because people that do these hangouts with me, you are my confidants. And I tell you how it is. Yes, I've got my brother-in-law on board. Because, quite frankly, I'm running out of money. But I will get it done. It's easily achievable now. Now I've got my brother-in-law involved. It started off being an almost impossible task. I was like, oh, I'm never going to get done too. He stepped up and was like, nah, we'll get it done. That's no bother. Like, you know, he's just been brilliant. He has been absolutely brilliant. Won't take any pay for labour, just materials, which is great. And when he was younger, I mean, we brought him up for a while when he was younger because his dad kicked him out and all that kind of stuff when he was still at school, and just dumped him on the doorstep one day. We looked after him, my ex-wife and I, for a long time. So kind of brought him up, and he hasn't forgotten it. And he said it's nice to finally be able to give back to you. So I thought that was nice, Yeah, that's good. So when the studio was built, and I'm like, oh man, I'm never gonna. I thought, well, I've got to insulate it. I'll do it myself. I'll look it up on YouTube. How hard can it be? That's my wife's favourite saying. How can it be? You can do it. She'll have got anything, absolutely anything. And she said, if it comes to it, I'll look it up. I'll do it myself. I can do it. I thought, no, I'll have a go. And I was looking at, there's so many different ways of getting insulating done on a brick building. It's like, so many different ways. Oh, this is brilliant. So many different ways of doing it. In the end, I don't know. Builders wanted $1,000 to do it. £1,000. Like, what? They said, well, it's a large area. My brother-in-law came out. I said, bro, can you come and have a look at this? Give me all I want is advice. I just want you to have a look. Tell me. He came out. He had a look straight away. He said, oh yeah, no bother. I can do that. We'll do it in a day. He was there. He was on the phone. He's ordering the materials. Yeah, I need this. He said, you okay to pay for that? I said, how much? I thought, bloody hell, So yeah, paid for the materials. It arrived. The next day he was out. At the weekend, it happened to fall on a weekend, and I was basically his labourer, and did it in a day. Done, all done. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. That would have taken me ages to do, but yeah, I'm so grateful because he's got all the contacts as well. I started plastering the wall, as you've seen in the updates, and whilst I'm happy with that wall, and everybody said, yeah, that's brilliant, it just took me so long to do. Whereas when the plaster came out, he did the whole rest of it, the other 3 walls and the ceiling, in the same time it took me to do 1 wall. Then, like my wife says, well, he does it for a living, what do you expect? Because I like to be a perfectionist in things. I'm trying to get it nice and smooth, and I think I did a pretty good job on that wall. I'm quite chuffed with that. Actually, my wife said, you did so well on that. You can do the wall that needs doing in the living room next year when we redecorate the living room. I was like, okay, then fair enough. I don't mind that. Oh, get the stuff off my head. It's brilliant getting this done, though. Yes, finally getting it done. Finally getting it done. Mustn't lose his shield thingamajiggy. That goes up there. I haven't worked out what to put on it yet, but use your imagination. You'll have his shield on as well, which is be about there somewhere. Probably the emblem of his house or whatever. But yeah, I'm quite chuffed with that. Not so much primer showing now. Only at the back. Yeah, a bit at the back, but I'm okay with that, to be honest. I'm okay with it. Right. I've got to keep an eye on the time as well. I only scheduled this hangout for 2 hours. We've got another, well, 20 couple of minutes there. Starting to look great. Oh, cheers, bud. I must admit, I was daunted when I built it, and I was like, okay, where the heck do I start? But saying that, when I first started in the hobby, which is only a couple of years ago, I started with some Space Marines. Not these in particular, but it was Blood Angels. So I started off doing some Blood Angels. I thought, yeah, okay, then that's okay. I'm okay with doing that. It used to take me a lot longer. And I got my first Dreadnought for a birthday present, I think it was. and it's downstairs now with my rest of my Blood Angels that are completed. And I was daunted by that. But then you compare the size of a normal dreadnought, a Space Marine dreadnought, to an Imperial, right? But then the models they're just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, aren't they? I mean, some of the fantasy models are massive. And as for the Forge World stuff, well, and the Titans, the only if I could afford it, the only reason I would have a Titan would be to stand in a corner or something, look good. You'd have no practical value on the tabletop for me. Now, do I? No, I've had enough. That's the only other thing, isn't it? When you're painting like this, you kind of like now I'm thinking, well, there's other areas I could do with the Retributor armor, but I'm going a little bit fed up with that color now. Even if it's a different type of gold, I wouldn't mind doing a different type of gold, but I could do with it on the legs, so I'll pop it down there so I don't forget. Oh, cheers, mate. So what do you need to do for a hangout like this? Would like to do one myself. Model looks amazing for you. Right, well, obviously you've got to go on Google Plus and set yourself up on Google Plus. What I could do, I could do a separate video on like a little tutorial on it. Basically, what you do is if you know Google Plus at all, just go on it, and if you go to the top left. Now I know there's a facility on here. I could show you on screen how to do it. Just wondering if I screen share. I'm not sure if I'm able to do that. Screen share. Desktop. Start screen share. I'm trying something now. Oh no, it's gone into a weird thing. Oh no, that's not what I want. I'm not going to be able to do it, mate. Sorry. In fact, I'm trying to get back to where I was. No, stop. There is a way for me to screen share with you how to do it. But essentially what you need to do, and I'm doing this in my head now, go into Google Plus. If you're all set up on Google Plus, which you probably are, go to the top left where it says Home. Click on Home. Then go down, select Hangouts. There's an option called Hangouts. Click on Hangouts, and then you'll be presented with Google Hangouts or Hangouts on Air. And this is Hangouts on Air. Click on that one. It says, and then it'll come up with some options, how you want to, when you want to do it, what you want to call it, a description about it, and you can invite people. Then I tend not to invite people to these things because I think you can only invite 10 people. I try to invite in more and it won't let me, and I think, well, I don't want to discriminate, so I'll just leave it open, and then everybody can watch it anyway. But you know what I mean. I don't like people thinking, why did he invite them and not me, and that kind of thing. So rather avoid all that. Just I don't bother doing that. But you can. So what I could do, I could record myself setting one up if you like, pop that onto my channel if that's of any use to you. You know, because because you've asked about it, so even if only one person asks about something, if it's something I know how to do and it's of use to someone, I'll do it. So perhaps I'll do that. If that's of any use to you, I'll do that. And then, then you can do them. And then I can come and watch you live and stuff. That'd be cool. I love watching it because I mean, Chris, what's he called it from Mini War Game? He got his own live show called Way of the Brush, and I love watching that. Trouble is, very oftentimes, as he says, Oftentimes I can't watch it live because he does it on a Saturday during the day, which is kind of my busiest day. So although I have done it before and I've kind of asked him questions, you can ask him questions about painting. I mean, he is the painting guru from as far as I'm concerned. What he doesn't know about painting miniatures and models isn't worth knowing, because he's also like an artist as well, canvas painting and all that as well. I mean, he just knows his stuff. I mean, those tutorials on mini wargaming, you've got to be a Vault member to access them, but man, they are so good. They are definitely the reason I stay a Vault member for mini wargaming, because of these quick tips. His series is called Quick Tips, and yeah, how to paint fur, how to paint a face, how to freehand stuff, different stuff, how to mix paints, how to. I mean, it goes into from beginner stuff to complex stuff, airbrushing, everything, the whole 9 yards. He does the lot. So yeah, so I might put a little tutorial up on how to do a Google Hangout, and I'm no way an expert on it, but I can show you how to get to this stage, because they are fun. And the time's just gone. I mean, hour and 3/4 already. I've done all this work, and I'm kind of interacting as well, and it's great. Love it, absolutely love it. Right, getting this gold now. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna do the gold eagle on top here. Just a little bit of highlighting around the edges. So I'm gonna need a smaller brush for that. There's a 3-0. Yeah, that'll do it. 3-0. Yes, that'd be cool. Glasses back on. Trouble is, I keep popping these glasses on my head. I end up with a dent. So yes, that'd be very cool. Thank you. Just need to get a webcam and possibly a mic. I was gonna say, you asked back along on one of your videos for some feedback on how to raise your game, as it were, on your channel. And really, I suppose the main thing for you, I would say, would be get yourself a camera of some sort. Or does your if you've got a laptop or computer, does that not have a webcam built in? Because that's all this is a webcam on my laptop, and that's how I do it. But if you were talking about raising the sort of quality of the channel and the stuff you do, I would say first and foremost, if you want to get better shots and that, and close in and super detailed stuff, just get yourself another camera, mate. And see, I've got a Sony camcorder. Do they even call them camcorders anymore? I don't know, but you know the type I mean. I haven't got it here. It's way off in the distance, and I'm plugged in to a USB mic at the moment. But if I dig in my bag here, where is it? Here it is. My old one. This is my oldest dinosaur now. I don't use this one anymore for stuff, but because it's like kind of a fixed focus and I can't look at it. But my new one is kind of a similar thing to this, where you hold it and it flips open, and the screen, you look at the screen there and it flips open. And to be honest, you don't really need a mic with these, because most of the time you're right next to the mic and you're talking into it. Even mini wargaming, which is kind of the most professional I've seen battle reports that they do on the internet, they don't use mics when they're using their cameras. And they use good cameras though. But he said, because you're talking right next to it as you're holding it, or you've got it on a tripod and you're there and you're right next to you talking to it. It's never that far away from you. So I like to use a mic like this with this kind of thing on my computer because means I can be, no matter where I am or if I'm under the desk or over there, and I've got quite a long lead, I can go off and I can still talk and the audio level stays the same. So it's good for that, I suppose. I mean, the two main things with any video is good sound. You need good sound and good lighting. Everything else is just down to content, really. I mean, I like your content, what the way you present it. I mean, I don't know if you're filming it on an iPad or a phone or something, the way you have it up there. I kind of like that. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know. Nobody else does it. It's you. It's your thing. It's kind of brilliant. Yeah, Jam Jar's filming. Let's watch him. Because it's upright. It makes me focus more on what you're doing because I don't have this distracting stuff at the side. It's kind of cool. I like that. But yeah, I mean, that's what I would say. The main thing for that would be you get a camera and a microphone. I probably will invest in something better eventually. I've got the option on the other camera. Oh, smartphone. Cool. I've got the option on my handheld to plug in a mic, but I don't ever bother. There's no point really. It's got quite a good microphone on it, and I can sit back and Plus, a lot of the time on some of the videos I do voiceover anyway, so it's muted. What I'm filming, like tutorials and things, like it's just muted. Then I just do voiceover, lay some music down, that kind of thing. But I like the ones you do, mate. I like the raw footage. That's what I look forward to because it's I don't know. It's like a paint along. It's like something I can paint along with, or I can just sit there and listen. Because I'm interested in it. I love watching other people's progress on the stuff they do. So when I can't do it myself, that's what I like doing. See, here's how it works for me is I try and do as many videos as I can, different types of video. Some can be quite active, driving around, running around, doing stuff, silly things, whatever. Painting and that. And I love doing that. It helps me focus on stuff. When I'm not feeling up to that, or fatigue hits me and that, then I tend to take it down a level and I do like a chill with Pete instead, where it's just me sat down and I can just turn on this camera or this laptop microphone in, and then I just ramble. If I'm not up to that, then I don't make any videos. I just watch videos, like the sort of stuff you do, and I just try and keep up with what everybody's doing. Oh, there's heavy stubber gun as well. I just try and keep up with what everybody's doing. That goes in there. Is it that side? Yeah, it is that side. And loads of you out there. Far too many to mention, but I got my regulars. You're one of them. Idic Beer, General Splatten. Oh, there's loads. I've got loads of regulars. The trouble is, I like to put comments down on people's videos. So my regulars, because I watch them regularly, I get to see what their latest video is on a regular basis. And everyone else, I try and I'll go through. So one day I'll start on the A's and I'll do a few of those and I'll go through. Then I'll start on the B's and then I'll go through, because I've got so many channels I subscribe to. It's unreal. Loads of them. What time are we coming up to here? Oh, my battery's almost out. 17% battery left. Don't have to eat your battery. That's the only problem. Oh, squeaky chair. Now I'm going to plug in my power supply. Sometimes this affects the audio, I've noticed. We'll try not to. Let me know if the audio changes. I'll keep talking. I've plugged in now. It says the power is going in now. Sometimes it makes a kind of hissing noise. I won't be able to hear it till playback. It's on. Well, hopefully it's not making any noise. If it is, I apologise. If it's too bad, I'll just unplug it again. And well, I'm nearly up for the 2 hours anyway. Hopefully that's okay. My tea's on. Good thing this keeps it warm. So I should quickly talk about. Sounds good. Okay, that's cool. Brilliant. Sometimes it's hit and miss. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I don't know why that is. I'm not a technical person, but yeah, there it is. I'm just going to sit back a minute, I think, and go through what plans I've got. So I can talk about next year now. Next year plans, because it is almost next year, isn't it? It's less than a month away. So we're going to try and get that studio finished this year. Might not be possible due to my brother-in-law working over Christmas at different things. He's trying to fit it in and around his work, which is quite busy at the moment. He's always busy, to be honest. Oh, you're welcome, mate. But as far as your content goes, don't change anything because it's brilliant. Don't change anything, but you can add to it. That'd be even cooler. Yeah, I love the updates you do. They're brilliant. So as I was saying, yeah. So he's trying to fit it in around his work, which he is busy at the moment, very busy. But bless him, he does kind of prioritize me a lot of the time. So we get that studio built, get in there. So say it's all done. I'm in there. Say I'm in the studio now. Obviously, I'll do a grand opening video. Then my plans. I've got a lot of plans. So many plans. Obviously, I want to start battle reports, and I mean battle reports. 40k, War Machine, Hordes, Ronin. I want to get that going. I want to, if Ralph is watching this, I don't know if he is or not, probably not at the moment. And by the way, when you do watch this, Ralph, love that video you did on 28mm, the Mexicans, brilliant. It's just been so awkward I want to get a game in with Ralph, not of Ronin, of Dice Show, which he's just picked up, which is similar to Ronin. And live video, yes, live video as well. Yeah, live video. Live is where it's at. That's where the fun is at, mate. Tell you, it's really cool to do. Yeah, so I want to get that. I want to get that game in with you, Ralph. I really do, and I want to compare the two. Well, you've done a comparison anyway. Ronin, the Dice Show. You use the same miniatures, the same samurais, the peasants, and all that kind of stuff. Brilliant. But Ronin, I love Ronin. I think it's a brilliant game. One of the things I like about Ronin quickly is it's not like you move all your men and then your opponent moves all his men. It's a skirmish game, so you haven't got a lot anyway. But you move one, you move everything, you do your thing, he does his thing, you do your thing, he does his thing. Kind of like a game of chess. Alright, so you don't move the whole thing, you just move one. It's really cool because you don't know what he's going to move next, or what he could move next. Kind of a bit of tactics involved there, and terrain plays a huge part in that game. I would say you only play it on a small area, but the games I've played have been beautiful terrain and it's just amazing. I love it. I love the whole. It's got a different feel about it. But yeah, it's just like I want to do that. And what else have I got? I won't be doing fantasy because I just, to be honest, I can't afford to get into it enough to play it. But I will. I have got a few fantasy models. I'll just get the models to paint, I think, because they've got some amazing models, and I will paint them. I will eventually do some like Age of Sigma stuff because I've got this guy I'm doing the choreograph. Is it? Tell you an annoying thing I found about this guy is every time I go to pick him up, I break off this bit here. It's just a really, I don't know, one of those things. You gotta watch how I pick him up. Thanks for your tip on this guy, by the way, Jam Jar. Because he is, a lot of the models in that set are very delicate, I found, particularly the sword here and these bits. Yeah, so gotta watch that. But you know, I'll do them. I'll do the whole set. I'll try a few battle reports with that. Yes, that looks great. I'll get into that, but definitely 40k hordes and war machine. That's definite, and Ronin. They're definites. Yeah, the whole Age of Sigma stuff maybe. And then the Zombicide as well. Be doing that. Am I running over time yet? Not yet. Yeah, the whole Zombicide thing, because we, as a family, we love a Zombicide. I mean, that's we all love it. I love Zombicide. My wife loves Zombicide. She said it's the best board game she's ever played. My daughter loves Zombicide. She gets really excited about it and enthusiastic. Really enthusiastic about it. She gets quite verbal, but you know, do this. Because it sounds daft, but it's a board game, but it's quite intense with all the zombies coming at you and stuff. Don't ask. I mean, it starts off okay, you know, and you're all there and they're there, and then they start multiplying and spawning, and it's like, whoa, dude, come on. How are we getting out of this? Or whatever the mission is. And it's just brilliant. And we're going to get friends around. We're going to play. We're going to try and introduce our friends to Zombicide because we think they'd love it. I'm not getting around to this Guinness Gold anytime soon, are we? I've got the never-ending mug of tea here. Yeah, so he's not finished yet, by the way. It's not the best camera to be showcasing this on, but for a webcam built in, it's not bad, I think. You know, the lighting's not the best. Like, you're doing this in daylight, really, daytime. I've still got loads of orc stuff to do, but I did everything I set out to do with the orcs. All right, what's he saying? Jammed up 40k for me, part of next year's awesomeness. Looking forward to your battle reports. Yeah, with that, what I will say is what you will see is different styles of battle report as I experiment. What I'm going to do is experiment with the different styles. So to begin with, I'm just going to set up some small games. I'll run through it myself whilst I get which filming technique I want. I'm happy with, because there's no point getting people in filming it then thinking, no, I'm not happy with that. I won't be doing it that way. I want to see, and I will be asking for people's feedback on that then as to what style they prefer, whether they prefer the ones that just goes turn by turn, or actually see me moving, or see us moving, whoever it may be, and the models and rolling the dice. I think the dice rolling is important for me. Well, it is in 40k anyway. I don't know why. I think War Machine and Hordes possibly as well lends itself better to a more static style of battle book, because it's more like a game of chess. Those games, a game of miniature wargaming. Black Powder, I'm going to be exploring as well. I'm going to be asking my buddy Ralph for help on that, because he's more into that. He knows it more than I do. I want to get into American Civil War as a historical game and use the Black Powder rules for that. I think that'd be a good rule set to use for that. I did think about going 15mm. I thought about, I may still do that route, but to be honest, I don't know if I could paint 15mm good enough. Again, I'll have to ask my buddy Ralph on that, because he's got like American Civil War. He's got a lot of 15 mils. He's obviously more experienced than I am at painting that. I don't think you need all the highlights and stuff that you do on 28mm. In fact, I'm certain of it. I don't think you need all the washes either, and that we do. But that said, black powder was written for 28mm in mind. But what they do is when they go 15mm, they just change the inches for centimeters, so it works out that way. I don't know. It's like bolt action. I want to be doing bolt action as well next year, but I can't guarantee that. I haven't got enough stuff for it yet. But I like bolt action. I may do a few of those. They won't be regulars, I don't think, though, because I don't know if I could keep up with all the different nationalities, and I could probably set up the different scenarios. So yeah, but things like 40k and that, you can just, there's unlimited number of scenarios you can just rattle off, and I've got enough terrain for it now, but I just want to expand on it. You know, I've got enough terrain to do some good battle reports. I've got the mats, the boards. I just need the space and the ability to do it. Really, I've got all the ideas up here for narratives and stories and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just watching how everybody else does theirs, and picking bits of this and this and this, and seeing what. See, I know what I like, but what I like might not necessarily equate to what everybody else likes, or the majority. I want to try and please as many people as I can. And when I've gone over time, I've gone over me 2 hours, 4 minutes over. That's okay. Yeah, so I want to try and please as many people as I can. I'm just looking around. I've got a wad load of dice up there. Oh, it's just come to me now. Pirates, that's another thing I want to get into as well. And I'm seriously looking for pirate games. And that's another thing my buddy shares an interest with me in, is pirates. He bought himself a really neat looking pirate ship. Like, he's got a couple now. I need to get some ships. I've only got 2 pirate miniatures, which I haven't even painted yet, but they just look super cool. I've got a rule set on the 7 Seas, it's called, by Osprey. So I don't know what that's like. I will look into it. I've got loads of different rule sets for games. So another thing I'll be doing next year is just different things, sporadic stuff. I've got a set of rules called Fistful of Kung Fu. I'd like to try that out. Get some miniatures in for that, paint up, because it'd be different. You know, it's nice to have a change now and again and just break it up. I want to get these darn Chaos Marines done so that I can start playing Dark Vengeance. Yeah, I've got the Dark Angels side painted up. That's all done. Just these Chaos guys now. I did the Cultists. They're done. And I'm going back a long time now. I'm going back, possibly a couple of years ago, 18 months to 2 years ago since I got it. I don't know. Long time. They've been sitting on this shelf or that shelf or that shelf for so long. I've moved from there to there. I'm going to paint these up. I'm going to paint them. I'm in the process of painting them. I will do it. I even got myself like the chaplain from the it was like the first Dark Vengeance box set, I think. Gonna do mine next year. Chaos. Haha. Yeah, and he wasn't included in the Dark Vengeance box set that I got. This is with the guy I did the smoke tutorial on. The bits on top here. Yeah, he's a chaplain, so yeah, I just did him, doing him now, still doing him. I just pick him up every now and again. I got this guy off eBay with a load of other stuff, orc stuff, pre-painted, obviously, by someone missing an arm. Just looking at it, because this is how I used to paint miniatures when I was at school and I played Dungeons and Dragons. This was kind of my painting standard then, so I like to keep it as it is. I'm not going to change it to remind me it's there. So yeah. Oh, my water's still okay. Doesn't need changing yet. So, what else can I ramble about? I've still got a bit of tea left here, actually. So you're going to do chaos next year then, eh? Cool stuff. Cool stuff. That's really awesome. I'm so chuffed to bits with how this night's turned out tonight. Oh, look at him now. He's got like the bits that were white are not anymore. He's looking, yes. All of a sudden, it just sort of takes on a new appearance. I mean, once you get the bases done on a model as well, I always say faces and bases, you get those two done, it goes up on a whole new level of awesomeness, like your model. I mean, you can paint these models for ages and it's still looking a bit, I've done loads of work, but you still, just, you look at it, instantly it doesn't look finished, but you get that base done. You're looking really good then. Oh, sorry about that big glug of tea. Oh, surprised I'm not aching today. After last night's gig, I thought I'd be aching more today. I usually ache a lot after playing a gig. Because we started at, I think we started our first set at 7:30. We played for about 50 minutes, I think. We had about a quarter of an hour break, I suppose, 20 minutes maybe. I think the break was too long because they were doing a raffle and a quiz. And then we did our second set for about the same amount of time. Went on to about 10:30, I think it was. I wasn't paying too much attention to the time, I've got to be honest. Ooh. Right. So yeah, another thing, obviously. See, this is how easily I get sidetracked. Next year. So next year, plans next year. Can I pop this guy on the side here? Not really. I just want to put him. I'll put him there. Yes. So other plans for next year. Sort my paints out. I've got to get another paint rack. Another one. I want to get one for the the Vallejo or the War Gamer war paints. So I've got my Zombicide paints in this rack. Yeah, those bottles. I like the ones in this drop a bottle style. They're easy to do. Yeah, sort my paints out. I think I'm gonna have to sort them out into base paints, layer paints, edge paints, dry paints, shade washes, glazes, texture paints, technical paints. How about just a rack with those two, I think. And then a separate one as well for commonly used ones. I think that's the only way to do it because I've got loads and loads of paints and it's all very well having them, but it's finding what, and you know which one it is. I've got to tick them off a list. So I know I've got a certain paint and I know I've got it, but can I find it? No. See, at least if it was organized into like base paints and I just go to the base paint rack, go right, it's in here. I don't have to look over there. It's here. Base paint. Right. Okay. McCrank blue. There it is. Got it. Whereas, moment. Oh, I just can't, for the life of me. I really. And the other trouble is, I've got quite a few of the old paints as well, which I bought off my mate. So they got foundation paints, they call them there, like Mordian blue. That's a foundation paint. I suppose it would be what they call a base paint now. And I suppose it's the same as McCrag blue. It looks the same to me. But Mordian blue, I think it's the same thing, but I don't know for sure. And some of these pots as well. Oh, chainmail one. Yeah. Chainmail. The old pot. Yes. Infomaniac, the Infomaniac. Hello, Hammerhead. How goes it? It goes well. It goes very well. In fact, tonight has gone far better than I could have dreamed with this Imperial Knight. I just can't believe how far I've come on with him. Because he's a bigger model, I suppose. I look at him. I'll paint that panel. I'll just take the top of him off now, so he's got no legs. And I think, I'll paint that panel, and I'll do that one thing, and then I'll put him back on the shelf. And then he's still there looking at me next month, like, thinking, oh, he's not coming on very quickly, is he? That's because I'm not doing it very quickly. I need some sort of highlighting green. Now I'm thinking, no, what? That's too dark. Whoops, don't go. What about moot green? That might work. Moot green. I'm talking to myself here. Underhive ash. Ooh, that looks better. And it's a dry paint to boot. Underhive ash. Ooh, that's looking very good. Yeah, I think that would be a good highlight for it. His collar, as it were. Yeah. Liking it, liking it, liking it. I may do the edges of the side of the top here. Black grey. I've also got black brown, but I like black grey as a paint. Infomaniacs asking, have I been to any conventions? Yes, I have. My last one was Wales Comic Con in Wrexham, North Wales. My last one this year was Salute. That's the last convention I went to. Salute, and it was awesome. So I got my mug. I put a lot of my brushes in. The brushes that are newer, actually. I went to I've got a playlist on my channel which I think it's called Conventions. It's called something. It's to do with that sort of thing where I go to things anyway. I've got so many playlists on my channel. It's unreal. Clubs, conventions. I think it's called that. You'll see it. You'll know anyway by the name of the title what it is that it'll be in that one. So just check that out. So I've done videos on them. Done one on Salute, and I've done one on Poor 2015. That was the first one I went to this year, and that'll be coming up again because it's in January, and that's good. That's quite a good one. It's like Salute, but just a bit smaller, obviously smaller, but Salute was fantastic. Long day though. I was getting up at 3:30, 4 o'clock, I think it was, to get to the train station. No, it must have been about 3:30. So I had to get to the train station for like 4:30, I think, to meet my friend, get up to London. And it was a long day. I was just dead on my feet. But yes, I want to go to I'd like to go somewhere like Adepticon or Gen Con sometime. Won't be next year, I don't think. See, next year I'm going to we're going to Florida for holidays, and then it probably won't be for another year, not the year after, but maybe the year after that I'll be going to some. Maybe I can get to Adepticon. That's good. Right, I think that's shook up enough now. Pop a little bit on the palette. Popping the glasses of doom on. So beware. Right. Okay. I know I've gone way over time. Sorry, guys. I'm just winging it a bit now. Okay. I only booked. Oh, that's no good, that brush. I only booked 2 hours for this, but I've gone over that. Now, is that brush going to be okay? I think it will. Yeah, I'll be fine. Sorry, rambling. Right. The only trouble is I've got to be right in the light for this because black grey is so similar to black, and I'm painting right next to black. And in the light of day, if I make a mistake here, it's going to be bloody obvious. Here we go. That's it. All right, just rambling inanely now. My next convention will most likely be MCN Liverpool Comic Con. I mainly stick to conventions around the northwest region because it's close to home. That's fair enough. Yeah, Paul is close to me because it's literally 5 minutes away where they hold it. Ah, damn it. It's not so much making a mistake here that annoys me. It's the fact that I'll probably forget that I've done it. And I won't notice it again until a lot later on. Yeah, conventions. I love conventions. You get such good deals there. I got 2 free tanks at my last convention for bolt action. American Sherman and a German Panzer. Don't ask me which ones, I can't remember now. They're all painted up, packed away at the moment. I've really got to start thinking about how I'm going to move myself into the studio soon, actually. Talking about the studio from earlier, the move is going to be quite a massive project. It'll be a real operation. I have to get boxes, pack stuff up, get out there, unpack, set up. But once I'm out there, be good. I might have to do it. I don't think I'll do it in a day. Don't think I'm going to do it in a day. Can't believe how long this hangout's going on for. And my first one I did was only about an hour. Now, colours. Black grey. I love black grey as a colour. So blooming handy. Sometimes if you paint a model in black, even though it is black, you paint it all black, it kind of looks a bit like it's just primered. Right, I may paint that hatchway black. Yeah, let's do that. I'm on madman mode again. I do this when I'm not even on a hangout as well. Just babble inanely. Get the things done I want to do. I'm trying to concentrate. I expect I stick my tongue out and dribble like a gibbon as well. Yeah. I used to have a really bad habit, right, when I was concentrating, of holding my breath. If I do things like eyes, am I the only person to have done that? I'm painting someone's eyes, eyeballs, and irises, and that. Hold your breath while you put your brush. Get it in there. No, it's just me. All right then. Okay. So here we go. One panel done black grey. That means I'm going to have to do the panel on the adjacent side the same. I was hoping this would just give it some contrast but still be quite dark. Right, okay. Infomaniac, you're saying I've got a couple of autographs for Christmas. One of them is a signed copy of Richard Keel's autobiography. I sadly never got a chance to meet him since he died. That's a shame. Yeah, there's been a few in my lifetime. There's been a few people actually that I've had a similar a similar situation. You know, for different various things. It's a real great shame when someone passes away. You know, it's like in your lifetime you've had the chance to kind of meet and greet them, sort of thing, and you haven't been able to do that. Yeah, yeah, I feel your pain there. So, yeah, and of course, going back to the other thing that I was talking about, which was plans for next year. Sorry, I do sort of go backwards and forwards through topics and all that. Obviously, one, keep making the videos I make now, and two, keep coming up with new ideas and stuff. I want some ideas for top tens. I like making those top 10 videos. They're a bugger to edit, but I like doing it. Before anybody says it, yes, I did get the idea from the Dice Tower. I love the way they do theirs. Brilliant. So yes, I did steal that. I admit it. I admit it. Oh right, well, what time have we got here now? Half past 11, nearly. Popping back there, wash my brush out. I'm way over time, so I should start thinking about wrapping this up now. Right. I'm just making sure. Oh right. Sorry. Messages from my wife on her works night out. One of them's had to go home in a taxi, very, very drunk. That means well hammered, not war hammered. Yes, I only scheduled 2 hours for this, and I'm nearly at 2.5 hours. And I've got to go soon, so I've got to get ready to go and pick my wife up. She hasn't asked me to, but I better had. It's the longest time I waited in the queue for an autograph. The time I met David Morrissey, who played the governor from The Walking Dead. Do you know I've got that series, Walking Dead. We started watching it as a family, but it freaked my daughter out too much. She's old enough, but a bit of a wuss when it comes to things like that. To be honest, I think that's why she gets so hyper when we play Zombicide. But yeah. So, how long did you wait in the queue? That's the question. I hate waiting in queues. I'm trying to sort out a brush at the moment. I'm trying to 40k weapons, says Jamjar34. So I do read out all the chat things here, because although there is a way to get it when it uploads to YouTube to do that, there is a way to get people to see the comments. I haven't worked that out yet. There's loads you can do on this, but yeah. Oh, my back is about shot now, but I'm mega chuffed at the work that's been done on that Imperial Night. Mega chuffed. Ooh. Yes. So be close to putting his stubber and his shield on. Yeah, I'm liking that. Liking it a lot. I'm chuffed. 3.5 hours. It was worth it. 3.5 hours in a queue. Mind you, I've waited 2 or 3 hours in a queue. It was for I think it was Thorpe Park. The roller coaster ride Saw. I think that was about 3 hours. I had to wait in the queue there, and you kind of get past the point of no return. Because you're thinking, saw that. Oh no, forget this. And you're thinking, well, they might be moving soon, anytime soon. No. The ride broke down. You see, and we're all stuck in this queue, and I'm hanged if I'm giving up. You look behind you, and there's so many people, and you think you get past the point of no return, don't you? Think, no, I'm waiting it out now. That's it, definitely. Yeah, so I read out all the comments because I haven't worked out how to get to display them yet. So yeah, I think he's looking the business. Still a way to go on him yet, but he's come on a long way. Come on a long way in one session. Right, I'm going to have to wrap this up now. As much as I hate to say goodbye, but 2.5 hours is 2.5 hours. And it's been an absolute blast. Thank you so much for joining and watching and commenting. And we'll do this again sometime. I called this pre-Christmas hangout because I didn't know what else to call it, really. I very much doubt I'll get another hangout in before Christmas. So, yeah, pre-Christmas hangout. For me next thing, I've got to head off anyway. I'm rewatching all the Star Wars films. Yes, to hype up for the Force Awakens. See you later, Hammerhead. Yeah, we're doing that. I've just got one more to watch, and then we're there. We've got our tickets already. You can't wait. The new Star Wars film is going to be awesome. Got a lot to live up to, but I think it'll be good anyway. You know, I think it's going to be brilliant. The trailers look fantastic. Right, that's a whole other topic, though. That's a whole other hangout or a whole other video. Right, guys. Thank you, Jamjar34 and Remco Begiers and Infomaniac and Cryonis Basilicus and anybody else that's been watching, because people watch and they don't always comment, and obviously I've got the viewers there. So thank you so much for watching this hangout. I'm going to click stop broadcast when it gets to 2.5 hours exactly, which is less than a minute now. I'm a bit anal like that. It's just the way I want to do it. So I want to see how long it's going to take YouTube to upload it. It's going to be good. And yeah, so as I was saying, thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Do this again. It's a blast. I'll try and get that tutorial done for you, Jamjar. Right, here we are, 2.5 hours. Thank you. Remember, all brushes lead to war. See you on the next one, guys. Bye for now.